What's up, guys? It's Ben, and you're watching Tab Running. So this is the last episode of Get to Know You. We started with Tyler, who has T, Alex A, and lastly Ben as B. So who am I? I am Benjamin Allen. I am a middle distance / long distance runner at Concordia St. Paul. I actually just graduated, and yeah, I've been going to Concordia since I was a freshman, so I've been through all 4 years except, outdoor season. So for cross country, my PR is in the 8K is a 24:50, and I ran that last season at our conference meet. I didn't actually get the chance to get any PRs this year. A lot of the courses that we ran on this year were more hilly, and compared to last year's courses where they were more flat. There were a couple flat courses that we ran on this year, but the weather wasn't the perfect. In the 10K, actually, in cross country, I ran a 30:47, and that was actually one of my best races for cross country, and that's kind of when I started to really run with that front pack of runners, and that was at our last meet at regionals. So like I said before, this season I didn't get a PR in the 10K as well. I'm not going to blame it on my runner's knee, but I feel like that had a big impact on my training and how I could run my miles and workouts and things like that. I do believe that if I were healthy, I feel like I would have probably at least ran a better PR or hopefully qualified for nationals, but you never know. So there's only ifs. You gotta live with the past, so it does sting a little bit, but you only can do what you can do. So moving on to track, my 800, I actually ran a 151.97 last season. Obviously I didn't even run this season in 800 outdoor, but I ran that. It was one of the last meets at the U of M, so I ran that, and it was a good PR for me, and I'm still hoping that I can break that 150 mark soon. Moving on to the 1,000, I ran a 2:26, and that was at the conference meet junior year, the indoor season. So that was at the conference meet on day 2, and that was a fun event. I didn't get to win the race, but it was a really close race, and it was really exciting, and I just loved it. So for the mile, this past year, 2020, I ran a 4:08, and that was kind of earlier on in the season, and I didn't really run any more miles after that. I did run at conference, but conference is more tactical, so I ran a 4:08 at the U of M, and it was a pretty good field, and I wish I could have ran it at national this year, but things happen. Hoping to be able to crack that down next year if I run some unattached races next year and indoor, so stay tuned. So for my 1500, I ran a 3:45.37, and this was at the Drake Relays meet, and that was last year, my junior year. It was
fast. This is going to be really fast. 44.
Woo-hoo-hoo! That was fun.
Zach Penrod. In that seated 1500. Closed in 58:01, 3:42.96 for Zach Penrod. There's a new lifetime best. Milanet.
So for the 5K, my PR is 15:14.61. So this was actually at the conference meet last year, my junior year, and outdoor. So that was after probably four events I had. That weekend I ran the 1500 prelims, finals, and the 800 prelims and finals, and then they put me in the 5K to see what I could do, and that was a pretty rough race, I'm not gonna lie. my legs were pretty tired after all those events, but I still rattled off a 15-14, and that makes me happy that I'm a middle distance runner, so yeah. But in all seriousness though, I definitely would like to run another 5K and see if I can break 15 one day. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm going to do this recording through a couple days, so that's why I'm kind of in different clothes here. So moving on into my achievements, I'm going to start off in middle school. This is when I first started running and I was a sprinter. So one of my first achievements was gaining 8th place at our conference meet for middle school. So I have this little thing here, kind of hard to see. And also, I actually did run 1-800 when I was in 8th grade, and I hated it, but I did get 4th place at our conference meet as well. But I never stuck with it. I just said, you know what, I'm going to stick with sprinting, even though I got 4th place compared to my 8th place medal when I ran the 400. So for my high school achievements, I couldn't find any of my medals and whatnot, so you guys are just going to have to take my word on that. But so in high school, I won my 800 in our conference meet with like a 2:01, I believe, and then I also won the 2-mile in our conference meet. It was in 9:47, I think. It's kind of weird to be running an 800 and then a 2-mile. I don't know why my coach did that, but I don't know. He just put me in those two events because he thought I would do best in them, and I guess I did. So, moving on to sections, I focused on running the 800 primarily, so I could try to see if I could qualify for state. And sadly, I did not. I ended up getting 4th place with a 158. So that. And then moving on to this year, I would probably say winning the mile and 1,000. I did run the mile and 1,000 the year prior, but I only run the mile, and I got 2nd in the 1,000, as you've seen in that clip before. So being able to do it this year and pull off the 1,000 and mile double was pretty important to me, and I'm really glad I was able to pull that off. So my plans for next year, I plan on coming back and getting a master's in coaching and athletic administration. That's the same program that Tyler is doing. So coming back to get my master's and run track for outdoor, which is going to be a completely new territory for me, I guess. I never kind of trained through cross country and indoor without competing just to compete for outdoor. So that's going to be a long journey, and I'm kind of excited to see what's in store, but it's definitely going to be tough not being able to compete in cross country and compete for indoor. I probably will run unattached races, but it's probably not going to be the same it's not going to be the same compared to competing for the team. You're kind of just out there by yourself, I feel like, but I'm kind of excited for the journey, and hopefully I can document it and see what happens. As for other plans, I don't really know what I want to do after I'm done graduating or get my master's. I do know I would want to get I do think I would want to get a job in sports, specifically sports social media, because I do run the social media for my school's Instagram and Facebook a little bit, and I really enjoy doing that. So something with that, I think that would be very fun for me, and I think I would like that. I do work with the Wolves Assist, so although I wasn't able to get a full year working with the Timberwolves, although I wasn't able to get a full year working with the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Wolves Assist Experience team, I did really enjoy it for the time I had, and I would hope to be able to continue working with them next year if everything gets better. As far as my favorite athletes, I say LeBron James is probably one of my favorites. And I also say Usain Bolt. I love Usain Bolt. I don't know how I started liking him, but ever since I was a sprinter and I kind of watched him in the Olympics, I just kind of liked how he ran and his style. And how he kind of had fun on the track. So that's kind of one thing I really admire about him. And I did dress up for him as Halloween. So that's my video, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. I'm excited to document our journey and see where this channel can go. So stay tuned for the next video, and go team!